Hello, everybody. Let's see. It looks like Abigail is here and Robert is here. So hopefully we have some people hop in. I know there were a handful of people who were ready to talk about some Dexter today. And this is Abigail Marie and I guess you want to call it, we're going to call it Murderous Monday. So we're just going to chit chat about some Dexter season 1, and I'm going to add Abigail here to the stream. Hello, Abigail.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
Good. Have you recovered from your overnight?
No.
uh,
I would be lying if I said I did.
right? I think I would be too. I would be like, it's probably still asleep and like not even excited about the idea of waking up. So, but anyway, we are going to diamond paint and we are going to talk Murderous Monday, Dexter season 1. So, if you are watching Dexter, then chat along with us all about Dexter season 1. We're binge watching. And if you have not watched Dexter and you plan to watch it in the future, or if you have not finished Dexter season 1 yet, then beware, there will be spoilers, FYI. So if you don't want to have season 1 spoiled, then don't watch this video yet. Watch it after you're done. How are you doing, Robert? Let me grab my phone so I can check comments. Where did I put my phone? There it is. Oh, hi, Jen Jen. Oh, my sister Mickey is here.
Hi, Mickey. How are you?
Kaya is here, so she's just listening in, hasn't seen Dexter. Well, if you want to watch Dexter, like I said, beware, because there will be spoilers.
And it's worth it too. So maybe hop off and watch it, and then come back when you're all caught up. Because I wouldn't. It's just do it. Just watch it.
It's so good. Okay, so anyway, let's just start. I know my sister Mickey has watched it, but I'm not sure if she knew that we were doing this binge watch again. So I don't know if she's even can remember what happened that far back. But I looked back in like the IMBD or whatever you call that, like the Wikipedia for TV shows and movies.
Yeah.
And season 1 came out in 2006. So it's been a while. And that's why now whenever you watch it back, it's like pretty dated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just have to say that Dexter never, ever, ever, ever goes out of style, in my
My
opinion.
God, was I 10 years old? Hold on, help me do the math.
Well,
I
what
was
year?
born in 94, so that means 2004, I would have been 10. So 2006, I would have been 12. I was 12, right? Is that right?
It's Monday. Don't ask me to do math. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Thank goodness, because honestly, you know what? I don't know. I simply do not know.
Oh, sorry.
Is
I'm
that
having.
right? Though, I mean, yeah, it's got to. I must have been 12, which explains why I didn't watch it. I watched it like I said, like the first or second episode, like maybe a couple years ago, but
Yeah.
it's actually like the first couple episodes were pretty dated, but after that it was okay, you know?
Right. No,
I
I know.
sound far away, Kaya. Is this better? Maybe I should be speaking like aim towards the phone instead of towards the table. Is that better?
So, okay. Um, season 1, episode 1. It starts with, at the very beginning, you see him talking about how he tries to be normal and he's like on the boat asking people passing by if they're catching anything today. And then you notice the side of his boat. It's called A Slice of Life,
How ironic.
right? So then, like his first, you don't really know exactly what's going on, but you find out that pretty much the first person that it shows that he kills is like a disgusting human being who killed 3 boys, right?
I have some questions about that. Like, I genuinely, like, did Dexter dig up the bodies of the children?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that happened or if I don't know.
Because that was never answered. And I rewatched the first episode last night to, because we had all watched the first episode together. So I
Right,
kind of watched it to refresh my memory just in case I wasn't really paying attention because we were all in it together, if that makes sense.
right.
So I rewatched it, and that question was, or that was bothering me.
Trying to move the camera where you can see where I'm actually diamond painting, and it's over this way. Everything is backwards.
I'm moving my washi tape right now, so I'm probably out
Um,
of frame.
let me see. Get this back in the frame. But no, anyway, I'm not sure if Dexter had like went and like got them up out of their graves, or I have no idea how that happened.
Or like maybe he was like, one of the theories I was working with is maybe he was like had been watching him,
Yeah,
so maybe he knew where they were and then like was able to give them like a proper burial or something. I don't know. That question never really got answered, but
no, I'm not sure. Um, and if I'm not mistaken, the guy was like a choir master or something,
which is super like not cool. I mean,
right?
I was gonna say some other words, but that's super, super like, I don't know. It really just makes you think.
Yeah, I know. I'm the same way. Oh, Robert Dexter is a serial killer. It's a TV show. Dexter is a serial killer, but just kind of like a backstory of him, really quick, so you kind of understand what's going on. He is a serial killer. However, he works for the Miami um, police department in the forensics in the forensics department, and he is a blood spatter analyst. And so when there's like a murder or something like that, he's the one that like can kind of determine what happened or how things happened based on how the blood is on the crime scene or whatever. It's kind of gross. Anyway, that's who he is, and he only um,
He's like a vigilante. He only kills bad guys.
right. He only kills bad guys that who have like gotten away with really bad things. So, but anyhow, he takes care of that first guy. And then we kind of learn, like through backstory, who Harry is. Harry is his adoptive father. And I have to turn my phone on. I'm getting some feedback.
I'm getting a little bit too, but it's not nearly as bad as it was the other night on mine.
Okay.
Let me Let me see if I can politely excuse myself and get some headphones, see if maybe I'm the problem.
Okay. Oh, wait just a second. Wait just a second. Okay, there, I'm back. Every time I plug my phone in, it says, does your computer trust this device or something like that? Yeah. Oh,
Oh, what is that horrible sound? I'm getting the feedback pretty bad right now.
okay, let me remove you real quick. Okay, if you guys can tell me if you're still hearing any kind of feedback. Jen, I see you on here real quick. Can you tell me if Abigail, I think it's you. I can't hear myself because I have everything muted, but if you let me know. Do you hear the feedback now, or do you only hear it when Abigail is on? Hello, hello. And then she disappeared. Hello, Tammy. Glad you're here. I can't believe you've never watched it, Jen. It's really good. So are you guys still getting feedback noise? Or is it only when Abigail is in the room? Okay, now it sounds good. Okay. Well, she jumped out of the broadcast and now she's not like in the back room, so I don't know. I'll have to wait for her. She may have like gotten out of it and she'll be back here in a minute. Okay. So back to Dexter. Oh, there she is again. Let me see. Okay. They said
I'm sorry?
They said it sounded okay when you were out of the thing.
Okay. Is it better now? I ended up closing down completely and rehopping in. Is it a little better now?
It sounds
Everyone?
better. Sounds better to me.
Yeah, I'm not hearing it at all anymore either. I'm not sure what it was because I didn't have any apps open or anything. So oops, sorry. It always seems to be me though.
Not a problem.
Yeah,
Not a
no.
problem.
Sometimes it is a problem. It's
Crystal's
fine.
here. Hello, Crystal.
That's a lot better. Okay.
Hi, Jerry.
Good. Hey everyone. Shopping for more study arm for your a more sturdy arm. Wow. Sorry, I just woke up from an overnight. I read sturdy as study.
Okay, so back to Dexter. I was getting ready to mention the code of Harry, and Harry, like I said, is Dexter's adoptive father. So Harry was also a cop. Again, if you're just jumping in, just a disclaimer, we're talking about Dexter season 1. If you don't want any spoilers, then jump out because we're going to be spilling all of the tea. I guess if that's what you want to call it.
You know what I noticed? Has anyone seen Psych? Is that a show that you guys have seen before?
Yeah, I have. I've seen that before.
The code of Harry and like the flashbacks and stuff gave me like heavy Psych vibes, and I'm so not mad about that. But
Right.
I just thought I thought it was pretty neat to kind of see that because I love Psych.
Yeah. That was pretty good. I liked that. Wasn't that it was a series, but wasn't it like a comedy?
Yeah, it was a comedy, but it was like it had the same type of elements like murder mystery, like not murder mystery, like cop detective stuff.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I remember that. But the code of Harry though is basically what Dexter goes by, and Harry, who, like I said before, was a cop, and he basically taught Dexter because he knew early on that Dexter had, what would you call them, like psychopathic issues or whatever, or
Right.
sociopath, or I'm not really sure. But he knew that something wasn't quite right. And so he ended up, like, basically, I'm hearing that feedback again.
I am too. Is it
Not,
better now?
I'm still hearing it. Say something.
Is it better? Do you guys still hear it? I don't hear it now, but I did just hear it like a minute ago.
Yeah, okay. Sounds okay right now. But anyway, Harry basically was explaining to Dexter, if you're going to kill someone, make sure that it's someone that is like not getting the justice they deserve. Or basically, like Abigail said earlier, like vigilante style, you know? So that's kind of what Dexter goes by. And he's really good about like making sure, like, you don't just go off of a hunch. If he's going to pick his next victim, he makes for sure that the person, you know,
Deserves it.
that deserves it, or what Dexter calls taking out the trash, you know? So, um, you kind of see whenever he goes, let me see if we got some new, I think I saw some new people. Hey, Melly. Hi, Danielle. Jin, we're doing it season by season. There's 12 episodes in a season, and we've been doing one. We just started this, so it's been um, just one season this past week, and so now we're starting on season 2, and we'll talk about season 2 next Monday. So, see, I had to make sure I wrote my notes because I didn't want to get myself confused and then just like, you know, miss a bunch of important things. So
Right.
whenever we enter into, when Dexter goes into his, um, when, yeah, it does kind of sound like somebody's messing with the camera, but she's not. I mean, her hands are right there.
Do you hear it when I'm speaking?
No, I hear it like just now. I'm hearing it, but you're not even talking.
Right. I'm getting it only when you're talking. So I'm wondering if, I mean, I don't know if it's you, but like, I don't know. I'm only hearing the feedback when you're talking. So I don't think it's you, but I also don't think it's me.
It could just be StreamYard. I don't know. Let me make sure I have other things like X'd out. I have the volume on my phone all the way down.
Okay.
Let me mute myself, and then you talk, Abigail.
Okay. Okay. So, I don't really know what to say. I've been left alone. Uh, I thought that it was pretty like, for me, I was like, there are people that are really like this, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of crazy. But also at the same time, I wonder if this show is a bad influence for people who might be having these tendencies. But also at the same time, I was rooting for Dexter. So I don't know what that says about me as a person, but I was like, yes, Dexter, get him. You get them bad guys. So I'm not sure if that makes me a little crazy or what, but do you guys hear it when I'm talking?
Okay, so I didn't hear it at all while you were talking. So now I'm hearing it again, so it probably is me.
Oh, okay. So we can, did you set up a backup or do you want to just kind of roll with it? I don't really care one way or another.
No, I didn't set up a backup, but I did not set up a backup. So, yeah, Jerry, he definitely is a good bad
Yeah, he's a definitely, if you're gonna root for a bad guy, he's definitely the one to root for.
guy. Right.
We love him.
That's kind of how I feel about it too. And I'm trying not to do anything crazy.
Are you on your computer or your phone?
I'm on my laptop.
Okay, yeah. You know what's weird is I didn't, when you were live this past Thursday, I didn't hear anything. I wonder if it's because we're together, that it's like, if, because they say that they don't hear it when you're alone. So I'm wondering if it's like StreamYard works better phone on phone. I don't know. This is all new to us. We're all still trying to figure it out. Like, we've only been on YouTube for a couple months, and we're only been doing StreamYard for what, like 2 months now, and not consistently. So
Right.
bear with us, guys. Sorry.
You're gonna watch This Week and Catch Up, Jen Jen.
Yay.
Millie says she only hears it when I'm talking.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe
I
you
didn't.
should go out and come back in. Will it let me do
Okay.
that? Let me remove myself.
Oh, I'm alone. Okay. So let me catch up on the comment section because I have not been reading the comments. Okay, yeah, me too. I'm assuming that you're talking about rooting for him. I root for Dexter as well. He's a good bad. Yeah, he's a good bad guy. I only hear it when Jenny is talking. You're not crazy. Thank you, Robert. I am going to watch This Week and catch up. Good. Definitely do that. Weird. It's fine. We're fine. Everything is fine. So, while we wait for Jenny to pop herself back in, I thought that I would take this opportunity to remind you that Jenny goes live every Thursday. I'm not sure if you guys have been popping in for those, but Jenny's lives are super awesome. Hi, Phyllis. How are you? Jenny's lives are so awesome. We talk about the wildest stuff. I have been kind of putting off watching it just because it seemed like a weird show. It is, but it's a good weird. I definitely highly recommend it. It's okay. So I watched the first episode a long, long time ago. And I was like, ooh, I don't know if I like this. And then I ended up really liking it. Hello, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm just
Oh.
and I hear it again.
Yeah, I hear it too. I think we should just, like, if it's not too bad, we should just kind of roll with it because the alternative is like closing it out.
Right.
So I don't know. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we just need to roll with it. Okay. So we'll just, I wonder, we'll just be mindful of talking over each other and stuff like that because I feel like it gets worse when we're both talking. I don't know.
Right.
But also at the same time, we had this problem really bad when I was going live. So maybe it's just StreamYard. Maybe StreamYard needs to do like a little bit of an updating.
That's possible because I know last week when I went live on Thursday night, I didn't have any issues with like any kind of audio issue, but it was just went like straight through. I'll turn my phone off and see if that helps. Okay, is that any different?
No, it's worse.
Okay.
It's fine.
Kyle says derpy StreamYard, right?
I agree.
That's just so annoying.
I know.
Mickey says she's
Bruno
back.
left
We're trying to work out audio junk. Apparently something's going on my end.
So
maybe I can try going out from my laptop and going in on my phone.
Okay.
I'll try that.
Okay.
Keep it going. Keep the Dexter chit chat going.
Okay.
Be right back.
Okay. So, I don't know how far you guys got, or if you guys are caught up or whatever, but the entire time he was looking for like the main antagonist, I was like, I don't know, I felt on edge the entire time, which I know it's supposed to do that, so I'm definitely not complaining, but I was like super on edge the entire time. I was like, I thought that he was gonna try and turn Dexter in, so I have not seen all the episodes. Okay. But I felt like he was, I thought he was going to try and turn Dexter in. So I was like really annoyed. I was like, please don't do this. He's a good bad guy. He's good. So let's see. I don't know what else to say without Jenny here because I don't want to.
What?
Message you.
Oh,
hello.
I'm still hearing it.
Yeah, I'm hearing it too.
Doggone it.
So this is going well.
Right?
We can't have anything. Ugh.
Rawr.
Let me restart my app or my Safari.
No, it's not. I don't think it's you. It's me. Was it doing it when I left?
No.
Okay, then it's moi.
You watching Dexter with us? Yay, Maritza. Hi. How are you? I'm really excited to keep going and continue watching season 2. I finished season 1 yesterday before I went into work at night. And I was like, ooh, I really want to start watching the second episode. Good. I'm glad you're good. I was like, I really want to start watching the second season. But I was like, no, I got to wait. And I was like, oh, but I really want to. But I'll wait. So it was definitely a struggle to not keep watching yesterday. It was, I don't know, when I watched it the first time, I was like super not into it, but I'm glad I kind of gave it a second shot. So, 'cause
Okay.
I'm really
Oh my God.
nice here. You know what? It's fine. Everything's fine. We're just gonna have to roll with it. Hopefully, it's not as bad for them as it is for us. It's annoying to us, but if it's not as bad for them, it should be all right.
Okay.
No, I
Mm.
haven't read the books.
What were you guys talking about that I missed?
I was saying that I really wanted to start the second season last night when I finished the first season, and I was like, no, don't do it. I'm not going to do it. And I'm like, but I really want to do it. But I knew that if I had done that, I would have ended up potentially saying something regarding the second season today that I shouldn't have mentioned. So I was like, okay, as soon as it's over, I can start watching season 2.
Yeah. It's really hard to start and stop.
Yeah, it definitely is. I anticipated not being able to catch up because I was like, okay, well, it really helped that I ended up being at work for some of the days. So I was able to kind of catch up with that. But yeah, I ended up spending more time than I thought I was going to with Dexter. I really thought it was going to be kind of like a wake up or not even go to sleep today and try and catch up because of my crazy life. But I was pleasantly surprised. I got to finish. I actually beat you, which I didn't think was going to happen. I thought for sure you were going to beat me. I thought for sure I was going to be like, Jenny, we can't do it. I haven't finished the last episode. So I was pleasantly surprised to have completed it. It was good. I mean, can we start talking about like some of the things that happen? Or Dexter is a badass, crazy, but the fact that he rids the world of the lowest of the low, he's my hero. Yes.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely wanted to go into things that were going on, but then we kind of ran into this noisy issue.
Yeah. Does anyone go live after this? Like, let me pull up the thing.
I don't know. I don't think so, but I'm not positive.
So in theory, we could kind of try and keep going past our time because we had a 30-minute issue.
Right.
I anticipated having, like, I didn't think it would be issues like this, but I anticipated going beyond an hour for some reason.
Right.
Scrolling through the Diamond Painting Underground page to try and see.
Well, oh, where did she go? Where?
Oh, you sound like crap.
Where did you go, Abigail? Okay, now that she's out of the room, can you hear me now or no? Do you still hear the popping and cracking? I'm kind of thinking that it's going to be like I feel like that StreamYard is being a patootie, and like anytime you have more than one person on, it gets really bad. Jerry says it sounds clear. Mickey says it's really bad. Melly says it sounds clear. Okay. So now it does sound clear. How stinky is that? I think it's StreamYard for sure too. I don't understand, why they have to. I don't understand why it's a thing when you have more than one person on. Says device is not okay. Abigail is popping back on. Oh, I think so too, Kaya. I definitely think it's got to do with more than one person. Okay, Abigail, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm thinking that we might have been having a problem because someone was, why isn't it letting me show you me?
I don't know.
Ugh.
Oh my goodness. Murderous Monday has now turned into Manic Monday, and thank God for coffee. Thank God for Halloween candy. Thank God for. Are there any other options besides StreamYard, Jenny, where multiple people? There is another one. I can't remember what it's called, but I feel like most people say they like StreamYard better. Yep, and she's gone. I really just don't know. Like, I don't understand it. For 2020, I know, Phyllis. We can't all laugh. Melly, one of these days I'm gonna have you hop on my live so that so that we can go through this issue. Okay. Oh, she's popped back in. You guys we're playing like phone tag, right? That's what I feel like. We talk more about the audio and sound issues than we have Dexter. 37 minutes in, and we haven't even hardly talked about Dexter. Okay, I'm going to add her. Are you wanting to be added now?
Yes. Okay, so I'm thinking it might be better now.
She disappeared.
God. I am so done. I'm done, Jenny. I'm done. I am done. Every time.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine.
I'm getting a phone call and I'm annoyed now because I told everyone that I was going live and not to call me. And I have since so far gotten 4 or 5 phone calls since I've been live.
Okay,
and
so
I'm thinking, go ahead.
Why were you were saying you thought the issue was fixed because why?
Because I told the person who was trying to call me to cut the crap.
So you think them calling is what was causing the static issue?
I don't know if that's for sure, but it seems to be gone now, and I have since yelled at all the people.
Okay.
Is it sounding okay, you guys? Because I just yelled at every person, every person who's trying to call my sister. It's so messed up because I told these people, I said I am going live. First of all, I worked an overnight last night. I'm not sure why you would be calling me at noon anyway. Do not call me before noon, or do not call me before 2. Actually, you know what, don't even call me.
Oh my God.
Oh
I'm
my gosh.
hearing snap and crackle and pop right now, but I'm almost afraid to open my mouth because it's going to start.
It's not bad right now. So, okay. So let's talk Dexter, because it's only a matter of time before some pain in my butt decides that they need to reach me again.
Okay.
So I've got my computer open and I am messaging the people on the Instagram who are trying to call me to stop.
So let me ask you, Abigail, and everybody in the chat who has watched Dexter, what did you think the very first time that Dexter goes home and opens his air conditioner up and pulls that little wooden box out?
I was like, okay, so I watch a lot of, like I used to watch a lot of crime television shows. So I'm from like, especially Criminal Minds. So I'm super familiar with the concept of trophies and rituals. Oops, I just closed Instagram. It's fine. So I knew exactly what it was when it popped up. So I wasn't really shocked. What I was shocked was that he kept it in his air conditioning unit. I thought that was wild because like I didn't realize how much space was in there. I'm sure that that's a modified unit. So I don't
Right.
know. I'm one of those people who sees a thing and then decides to overthink it for like a long time.
Right.
So I've been like, how did he get it in there? What is did he remove things? What happened? Does the AC unit work? This is Florida, for God's sake. So I was just
Well,
I
in
don't know.
my mind,
I
I'm thinking,
overthought it.
in my mind, I'm thinking, why? I mean, I get the whole trophy thing. And so for those of you, I'm starting to hear it again.
I'm not
They're
getting
the
phone
window
calls now
slides.
because I put myself on do not disturb.
Like he gets, with each person that he kills, he takes a blood slide and gets a drop of that person's blood, puts it in the blood slide, and then he puts those blood slides into this wooden box in a nice little row and keeps them in his window unit in his air conditioner. And my first thought is, okay, what's he going to do when the maintenance guy comes to service the air conditioner?
Right?
I mean, what's he going to do? Second of all, I mean, I get that he keeps them in there because I guess because it's cold. Does that like keep I guess the blood like, not that it needs to be fresh or anything like that, but I'm just like, I don't know if that's just where he thinks the safest place is or if there's another reason why he would hide him in the air conditioner unit.
Hi,
But,
Mom and Bob.
let's
My mom
see.
and Bob are here.
Yeah, Maritza, there were many of those blood samples, tons and tons. Yeah,
I was
Tammy,
intrigued.
oh my God, that was creepy.
I was
Jerry
really intrigued with it.
Jerry said she thought he was really taking a risk. I thought so too.
Yeah,
I
for sure.
Good afternoon, Dark Queen and Bob. But yeah, the window thing, the blood slide box, cracked me up. Okay, so my next question is, I've got a list here of things. So we are introduced in season 1, not only the Dexter, but some of the other characters like his co-workers, Angel Batista, and Masuka, which are two of Dexter's. There are two characters in the show that you see often, and you get to know them really well too. What did you think of Batista and Masuka?
I was like, first of all, I was immediately intrigued by Masuka because I don't know, there's something about him that just like kind of drew me in. Also, towards the his sister, she is a potty mouth. I like her, lol. yes, I like her too. But I was immediately intrigued by his backstory because it feels like he keeps trying to shoot his shot with Deb, and I'm like, okay.
Right.
And I liked that, and then I also enjoyed Angel. I think that all of the backstories of these, not less important, but like Dexter's obviously the main character, so I felt like all of the backstories for the supporting characters were very well developed. I was pretty surprised. I think the writers of the show, not only are they like, I don't know, I feel like they're like very talented.
Oh yeah, me too, for sure. I mean, whoever comes up with the ideas has to have a little bit of like cray cray in their mind anyway, right?
Yes.
I think so. Anyway. And then you have the character Dokes, who I think is the what like sergeant. I can't remember.
What is it? Who? Which character?
Dokes.
I can't remember
Dokes is
him.
the really big jerk that comes in there and gives Dexter a hard time all the time. Like, and he's got a super potty mouth too. Like he's always yelling at Dexter for something, and he just knows that there's something not quite right about Dexter. But he doesn't understand quite what's going on, you know?
Yes, I love him too.
And I think it's funny because Dexter tries to like fit in because he says he has no like feelings, like he don't know how to like be social and how to interact with people. And so he knows that his dad Harry, or his adopted dad Harry, tried to teach him, you need to fit in and stuff like that. And so Dexter does little
Fake it
things.
till you make it.
Right. And Dexter like brings donuts in the morning, and he's like tries to be social and funny and all that kind of
I'm
stuff.
not even gonna lie. He plays it normal life better than I do.
Right. And he's
Like,
quick thinking, like off the cuff. He does things in a real quick for somebody that doesn't really,
Yeah, exactly.
So the next person that we're introduced to in episode 1 is Rita. And Rita is Dexter's love interest. However, because he has like a hard time being a normal human being, he likes to be with Rita to date her because she doesn't require much out of him emotionally and physically. So, or at least not yet. And so he's comfortable with her. And she's got a couple of kids and a jerky ex-husband who shows up pretty soon. And her and him get together really well. Well, towards the end of episode 1, after we start getting into the nitty gritty, the murders that Dexter is like looking into, and they're getting all these like serial killer bodies showing up, and the bodies are like, this is going to be kind of gory, but it is
But if you're watching Dexter, then you know what's up anyway. So
right. So these bodies, there's more than one, but they're primarily women, I think, all in season 1.
There was one man, I think, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the man. No, I'm thinking of the one whose arm got cut off or the hand got cut off.
Okay, the Tony.
I think, yeah.
Okay, so he has he shows up to these crime scenes where he's called, and he's a blood spatter analyst, but when he gets there, these dead bodies have no blood in them, and their bodies have been like pretty much packaged up in nice, neat little packages. And
because Dexter is like a blood spatter analysis, he finds it super like, how is this happening? And he's like, because of the person that he is career wise, in addition to being what I'm assuming is a sociopath and a serial killer and all that, he is intrigued. Like it's very much like a gift to him.
Right. And that's so strange. But it very
Right.
much is that way. Let's see. I'm going to click on the comments here. The sergeant has secrets. Yes, he does, Marissa. He sure does. Tammy, I love Angel too.
Yes.
Talking about the WWE superstar. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Can't get over the creepiness. Every time I see her face on anything, I think of that. Makes me freak out a little bit watching Twist and stuff. Oh, you know what? I never saw that movie that you're talking about, so I'm not affected by it, but I'm sure that if I had seen that movie, I would be equally as affected as you are.
Marissa says Masuka is creepy in a pervy way for sure. 100%. I
Yeah,
love
but
him.
also, like, he's hilarious.
He is. He's so funny.
I love him. I think that the sexual tension in that show is so real because you've got like Masuka and I forgot his name.
Angel?
Dokes. No, Dokes.
No.
They both are like attracted to Morgan. Not Morgan. Well, yeah, that's the last name. Deb.
Right.
And as this season progresses, it's like I ship them so much. Deb and Dokes, I ship them. I would like for them to get together. I think that would be like a really
Dokes and Deb?
yeah, why not?
Well, I mean, I guess that's a possibility.
I mean, I'm sure based on your reaction, it's not a possibility at all.
No, I was just trying to see. I couldn't remember. I didn't hear if you said Dokes or if you were talking about someone else.
Oh no, Dokes. I want them to get together. I don't know if they will, but I can hope.
For sure, my watch keeps trying to roll up.
Oh, can I point out something that I find really funny?
No, for sure.
We're talking about a serial killer and you're working on a nativity scene.
Right? I know.
I find that super ironic, but also we love to see it. So why don't you like him, Maritza? I love him.
Who don't she like, Dokes or Dexter?
I think she doesn't like Dokes, but I love him.
Okay,
That's
Tam,
offensive.
she's ready to start season 2. Well, you can officially start season 2 today. So that's a yay.
Because we hop off here.
So what? Okay, so back to these dismembered bodies that they're, looking for and like investigating. Somehow or another, Deb, Dexter's sister, figures out that she thinks because of the way things are going that the guy is like an ice truck driver. And so
Yeah.
they start calling him the ice truck killer. And Dexter one night, I think I don't remember where he's been, but he's going somewhere. And I think he comes across the ice truck, and he gets in his vehicle and he's following the ice truck. Well, the ice truck turns around, puts it in reverse, comes back through. And when he does, literally a head flies out the window and lands on the windshield of Dexter's car or in the road. I can't remember.
It was, I think it rolled off the car into the road. That was the very first episode.
Right.
Which is crazy that we had a literal head rolling in the first episode.
I know. Heads were rolling.
Literally.
And there are some other people that he takes care of. Dexter does throughout episode 1. There's a guy that had been found not guilty of drunk driving, and he had killed someone supposedly, but he was found not guilty. Well, Dexter finds out that that's not true, that this guy has
He
other
takes out the trash.
aliases, and he has killed other people by drunk driving in other parts of the country. So he takes care of that guy. Okay. And then there's a cop that ends up dead. And apparently, come to find out, Dokes was having an affair with that cop's wife.
I forgot about that whole entire sideline story until you mentioned it just now.
Yeah. Totally. He was having an affair with her. And that was a whole situation. But then, soon after all of this kind of happens, if you're not familiar with how, like, episode 1 ends, it ends with Dexter coming home to his apartment. And there's like a Barbie doll head stuck to the freezer. And then he's like, okay. In his mind, he knows that the serial killer, the ice truck killer, has broken into his house. And he opens the
And
freezer
he's
door.
excited by it.
Right. And he opens the freezer door, and there is literally a Barbie doll that has been chopped into pieces in the freezer. So now Dexter's like, okay, this is a game on, let's play, let's do this. And so the whole thing kind of ensues. There's a weird thing about some woman that was missing a hand, and they had found in an ice truck. They found, when was that, Abigail? When they found the fingertips in the ice block?
That was pretty early on. I want to say second or third episode. It wasn't the first one. But
Okay.
if I remember correctly, we see the Barbie's hand having two different multiple different nail polish colors in the first episode. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that.
Right.
I know Maritza. She said Dexter doesn't cook. LOL, he has no food. There's so much room for Barbie doll parts because he has no food.
That's so funny. Another guy that becomes one of Dexter's, like, people that he is, like, thinking about taking the trash out is a young guy named Jeremy who apparently likes to kill men. And whenever Dexter goes to, like, take care of him, he says something like he was like, go ahead and do whatever. And come to find out, that boy was doing the same thing as Dexter was. He was only, like, killing people that had done him wrong or had been doing bad things too.
Yeah.
But story short, that boy ends up committing, like, killing himself in his, like, cell or something. I can't remember exactly how that happened, but
yeah, he ended up doing that because for Dexter, he found a way to cope with the fact that he's empty inside and he couldn't. So he took care of, well, I mean, Dexter said it best. He said, I guess he listened after all. He took care of somebody who deserved to die, which makes me wonder if Dexter believes he deserves to die, like Dexter himself believes that Dexter deserves to die.
right.
But towards, like, the middle of the season and stuff, he kind of comes close to being found out, and you really see the humanity in him as he tries to. I don't feel like he's trying to avoid being caught for himself. I feel like he's just not wanting to disappoint Deb and Rita.
Right.
So I feel like even though Dexter claims to not feel anything, I really think he loves those kids, and I do think he loves Deb. He may not realize it, but he does say he's fond of them, and if he did have any feelings, it would be for them. So
Exactly. Yeah. I feel the same way. I feel like he just doesn't realize that it is love, but he does feel that way.
yeah.
What were some of
So
the
towards the go ahead.
I was just going to say, what were some of the big, like, aha moments for you, or some of the things that stood out to you? And
As soon as I started to see the connection of the prosthetics and the nail polish colors and like the things starting to add up, I started to think it. Well, first of all, can we say Deb's boyfriend was super creepy from the jump? Like, there was not a time when I was like, oh, yeah, he seems like a really nice guy. I hope they
the
get together.
prosthetic
Like,
guy?
there was
Okay.
never a time when I was like, love that for them, you know?
Right.
So things that started to kind of tie themselves up for me was when the girl who had the hand prosthetic, when she came into the picture, I began to put things together, but I didn't fully put them together until oh geez, I don't know. I don't know. I think I texted you freaking out in like episode 9 or
Right.
10.
Right.
I lost my mind and started texting you like, how did I not see that? So shortly before there is when I started to, or shortly after that is when I started to see things. I know for you it was a while ago, but do you remember what your kind of, like, for me, the entire thing was so, like, it was so woven perfectly that once I got it all. And like, there was no stones left unturned. The only thing that I really questioned during that was what the purpose of that. Well, I guess they kind of answered it. They were like, oh, he must have been rushing because there was a cut that he didn't fully make on one of the victims. But I guess that ties that up. But I know it's been a long time for you since you had seen it for the first time. But do you remember what your kind of moments were?
I would have to say, whenever, like, I think I can't remember initially because it's been so long since I've watched it. And
Right.
so when I watched it back this time, of course, I knew what was going on. But I think in my mind, I was thinking, okay, like, by the time Rudy was introduced and you find out that he's, a prosthetics guy, he does that for a living. The whole thing with the hand and the different color nail polish just started coming on. Well, whenever he showed up, and started, like, befriending Dexter, like, behind Deb's back, I was like,
I thought that was weird.
something's not right with this guy.
Yeah.
And then, but I didn't really think anything about him until the whole, like, busted lip thing. Whenever it's Dexter's first aha, and then it wasn't until Dexter's aha moment when I was like, "Oh my god, you're kidding me."
Yes. But can we start talking? Okay, the first time Deb looked at the prosthetics he made for the victim, I had my suspicions about him. The small scene was there for him. Exactly. Yes, Maritza. Can we discuss really quickly the relationship between Dexter and Rudy, or is that too much of a spoiler?
No, I don't think so because it's obvious by the end of season 1.
Okay.
I mean,
I
first of
didn't
all,
know how
two big
spoilery.
moments. There are two big moments in season 1. The first big moment is finding out that the ice truck killer is Rudy. But then I'll let you go on about what the big number 2 secret of episode or season 1 was.
I was completely shocked. It totally makes sense, but like, okay, so backtracking just a little bit, when he ended up like collapsing in a pool of blood in that hotel room,
Right.
I thought, okay, so there's obviously more to his like with for lack of a better term, origin story.
Right.
Than met the eye. So I was like, okay, so somebody who's literally living for blood. He kills and he enjoys the blood, and then his job is literally all about blood. For him to collapse, I was kind of like, wow, okay, so something else is there. This is not just like, this isn't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't put it into words, but like, this is clearly going to be a pivotal moment. And then
Right.
when we found out that he had blocked out so much from his uh, death of an old life and birth of a new life, that we found out that Rudy was his brother. I was like, I think I texted you and lost my mind.
Right.
I was like, I mean, you know what? This is why I think the writers are brilliant, because everything really wrapped itself up. The reason that the ice truck killer was so obsessed and wanted to play with Dexter, and the reason that Dexter was so intrigued, is because he felt a connection to him without having known that it was his brother. He felt a strong connection to this playmate, if you will. So I was just like, wow, way to go, show writers of Dexter. Absolutely
Right.
incredible.
Whenever, I mean, because Rudy wasn't like, oh, I'm going to kill you, Dexter. That's not what Rudy wanted at all. Rudy wanted, like you said, a playmate, so to speak, and to have,
Right.
because he knew he had a little brother all this time. Dexter, however, didn't know. And he didn't even know that he had a brother until he had the flashback when he went to that house where his mother supposedly lived.
Right.
And so when he gets to the house, he's having this flashback of his mom coming out the door playing like hide and seek and, where are you, Dexter? Da, 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 da. And it shows, this is a creepy part. It like really creeped me out. It showed his mom like in slow motion with her hand waving through the air and all of her fingernails were different colors, like the
Right.
ice
Like,
killer had did
what
with the
was that?
aesthetics. Well, basically what that was she was a hippie. And back then that they probably did that. It was just like now, it's in style or whatever. And I think
I mean,
that
I think low key we still do that. Like I did that when I was younger. I mean,
right.
not like that extreme, but I feel
But
like I definitely.
I feel like that Rudy just remembered that.
And he was
And
hinting at it the whole time.
right, but I think that that was one of his things that he did because it reminded him of her, and yeah, I don't know.
Which brings about a whole other like uncomfortability of some of the parts, because so the woman who has the prosthetic hand that has her nails painted that way, um, is a prostitute.
Right,
And so what I found really kind of a little disturbing was, when the prostitute is kind of interviewed, she's like, oh yeah, I guess John is a term for the person that the prostitute is like having relations with for the money, and then the trick is like the actual act of it. So she's like, oh, that's something about turning a trick, and oh, that's one of my Johns, and he was real freaky with my stump. And I was like, oh, okay, so like looking back, that's low-key weird because his mom painted her nails like that, and then he painted the girl's nail like that or something like that, right? Did he paint? So I thought that was really weird, but you know, you do you.
Right. Yeah, I don't really understand what that was all about. I think it was some sort of weird, like, I don't fetish is the right word. I don't know, you know?
Yeah. And then when
Weird.
Angel comes to the office, oh my God, your nails are so pretty. Oh my God, I'm watching them. I've got up here is where I'm got my phone, and then in front of me I've got my computer, just like to follow along with the comments. Your nails are just eye catching.
Oh, thank you.
I love them.
Oh.
But when Angel went in to talk to him, and you see it, which is it was like a foreshadowing moment, because he picks up that thing and he's just like walking towards him, and he's got the thing in his hand, and I'm like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do
Right.
it. And then he ends up catching him outside of, I think, his apartment or something like that.
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh my gosh, like that was a pretty good foreshadow moment.
Yeah, for sure. I totally
So
think that too.
I found everything about the show quite interesting. Like, there was no part of the show where I lost interest, which really makes me wonder why I stopped watching it in the beginning. Like, what was the thing that made me go, this isn't for me? I wonder what it was. I mean, I might have been younger, so that might, some of the things might have been too old for me anyway, but I like to say I've been desensitized as a child, since I was a child, because I used to watch CSI.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I just know that like I said before, Dexter, the whole thing is like not anything that I would normally be interested in, but I just fell in love with the character, and not just him, but a lot of the other characters too, you know? And um especially Rita. Like, I love Rita
I do too.
and her kids, and
Mm-hmm.
there was I was talked earlier about how oh, I'm hearing the popping every once in a while, but it's not too bad. Um yes, we're still live, Mickey. Um I'm trying to pick out another color, but you hear later, you see later on that Rita's ex-husband, or I think they're actually still married. I'm not positive.
She requests, she shows up to his hotel and um, says, if you want a chance of ever seeing your kids again, you'll divorce me. And he's like, I'm a changed man, Rita. I'll sign these divorce papers right now. I
Okay.
don't really like some of the things that happen, though. Like, like, I can't imagine being like in her shoes, but I don't know. There's something about that whole like ex-husband, ex-wife, father of the children thing that just doesn't sit right with me. I don't trust any part of him at all. And like,
No.
I don't think we're meant to, but like,
No.
he's really like trying to like make an effort. So I was like, I don't know about all this. I don't. And then the whole thing with the him smacking. Yes, he needs to be gotten rid of. I agree. And then him with Dexter smacking him on the back of the head and like taking him out, and staging what would get him sent away for a while. And he
Right.
starts like figuring it out. I don't like that. Dexter does not make mistakes, and the fact that he left the shoe behind,
Right.
and then she sees it, and I don't know if she's going to begin questioning him. Like, that's kind of where we've left off. with season 1. So I don't really have anything to say about that. But I'm really worried for Dexter because this whole time I realize he's a serial killer, but I'm rooting for him. I'm like, yes, Dexter. Yes. Like, there's nothing that he can do in my eyes that would make me not love him.
Right? I know. That's why I said if there were ever a serial killer that I would murder, it would be Dexter. Or if there were ever a serial killer that I would fall in love with, it would be Dexter.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And what I find super interesting is that, like, even though all of this is going on, he still manages to keep up what you would consider a normal front with Rita and Deb. And like
Right.
he's like battling this person getting into his home that he doesn't know is his brother. He's battling like work stuff, and then he's got Deb and her issues with life with
Right.
the
He's a
two
train wreck.
guys at that time. Yeah, Deb is an actual trainer. I love Dexter. If he was real and got put away, I would be a pen pal. Yes, I would too. And he still manages to continue to be, like, I mean, quote unquote normal.
Right.
But I was like, I wanted Dexter to have things. Like, I wanted Dexter to be able to have Rudy. Like, I was hoping that he would keep him alive and like
Yeah.
be a playmate or something, and like only bring him out when it was time to kill someone. I don't
Right.
know. There's something wrong with me. I'm aware. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I was rooting for him.
It was definitely kind of bittersweet at the end, I guess.
Yeah, especially because like the last kind of scene is like him, like, kind of mourning the death of his brother, and like everyone's so happy that he's killed himself, but he's mourning the fact that he ended up ending the life of the only person who truly understood him. And then he has this fantasy of other people coming to accept him, and that's the last thing we see.
Right. Right. It's crazy. It's super crazy. And I just remember being like, I felt so bad for him because, Dexter now doesn't have a mom or a dad. And the crazy thing is, one thing we didn't really talk about was the fact that, well, Dexter was at work one day and he gets like a certified letter delivered to him at work.
Mm-hmm.
And come to find out, it is from a lawyer saying that Dexter's biological father had died and left Dexter a house, like in another part of Florida. And so Dexter's like not even believing that this guy is his dad because Gary, his adoptive dad, had told him that his bio dad had died.
Right.
And so Dexter ends up going to, next thing you know, it shows him and Rita at this house, and Dexter goes to the, I guess the morgue or whatever to see this guy that was supposed to be his biological dad. Well,
Right.
Dexter notices that this man laying there on the gurney has a tattoo on his arm of like a spider web or something. And then all of a sudden it shows Dexter's going back in his mind of being a little boy riding in a car. And all it shows is a man with this driving, and he has this tattoo on his arm. And so he knows, or he's pretty sure, that that probably may very well be his dad.
Right. And I think it's really like, can we do Sons of Anarchy after Dexter? You know what? I haven't seen that either. But we have to watch Tiger King first.
God.
uh, yeah, I think that everything that the writers did really, like, there was no point where I was confused. I mean, there was some things that were like kind of for you to like turn over time, but like there was no point where I was lost.
Right.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. And then another thing is, did you guys catch um, the fact that Rudy is the one, or Rudy Bryan, I guess, is the one who killed his biological father?
Oh, yeah, because he shows up to the house as a cable repairman.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, so, but at the time that this is revealed that he killed Dexter's biological father, we aren't aware that Brian is his biological brother. So
Right.
I don't know if we're gonna kind of get revealed that like they're from two different fathers or what, but like, I mean, right now it looks like Rudy killed his biological father all so that Dexter could start remembering. And like the whole time when Rudy has his like monologue and stuff with Deb on his boat, and he's like, I had to rush it. It was not supposed to be this way. I was forced to rush it. I'm like, forced to rush what? Like, he really laid out a plan.
Right.
Like, he really, really laid out a plan. I don't know. It was wild. Everything about that show was just like really crazy, but like in a good way. So,
I don't really
I
understand
had
what
a
he
lot of
meant
fun.
he was supposed to rush it.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't really understand what he meant by he had to rush it.
Because I think that he had a longer timeline planned out. I think that he was trying to, like, if you look at the things that he did, he was consistently and constantly trying to get Dexter to remember things. And I feel like Dexter, or Rudy, or Brian, was trying to take longer to make it last longer so that he could kind of unravel it on his own without like blatantly forcing Dexter's hand to remember. I feel like I don't know. I feel like also another reason that he was rushing it is because Deb was like, I only have an hour for lunch. I can't meet you. I can't sail away with you for the weekend. I think that was part of it too.
Yeah. Right.
But I don't know. It was just like the whole
why even do the whole like will you marry me thing? And then all of a sudden the next thing you know, he's like, I can't believe you're a cop and you didn't even figure out who I was, you know?
Yeah. I think that was kind of bosses wanting to have a conference call. Oh, sorry. I feel like it was I forgot what I was gonna say.
To you, Maritza.
I forgot what I was gonna say. I don't remember.
Oh, and let's talk really quick about the part where we meet the human trafficking people, the couple, the Cuban
Yes.
couple. Um, so, you know, I don't remember exactly how it all started, but come to find out, you know, Dexter goes to take care of this dude that was basically killing um, people who were trying to like come illegally, and if they didn't pay the fee or whatever they were charging for that, then that guy was like killing them.
The maid, one of the maids at the hotel that Deb works at.
Oh, that's how it started. Right. No, that Rita works at.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, one of them.
So they end up, Dexter like starts checking into all that, and he ends up there's like the guy owns like a salvage yard, and so Dexter goes and there's this like old VW RV or something, and he ends up taking the guy in there, and but the wife shows up, and Dexter thinks she's just a sweet woman that doesn't know what's going on. Come to find out, she's involved in it too. So he kills both of them, and then as he's driving off, it shows a little eyeball that has witnessed all of this from the back of a car, like in the trunk.
Right.
And come to find out, it's a little boy that's like 8, 9 years old. And they ask him for a sketch, I guess, like to have a sketch artist come in. So Dexter was paranoid because he's like, great, this little 8 or 9-year-old boy is going to be, the one to rat me out because he saw me. And whenever the sketch artist is done and Dexter sees it, it's a picture of Jesus. So basically, in that little boy's mind, Dexter saved his life,
Right.
and he saw Jesus.
Which is super cute. And I thought that like the whole entire, like, I feel like every single character really, really, really got a, like, I don't know, like screen time, really got a backstory. Like you see uh Lieutenant whatever, I forgot her name.
LaGuerta?
Like, yeah, she wanted to adopt that child.
Right.
And I feel like every single character got like they got time. They were not just characters in Dexter's story. They were characters in their own right, and I thought that that was really well done. I feel like we had Angel and him, and he's like trying to find the perfect gift for his 10th anniversary for his wife. Turns out he cheated on his wife, and they're not together. And then you have Dokes, who was sleeping with the cop's wife, and then he has a whole entire backstory where he confronts a crime lord or drug lord or something at his daughter's confirmation, and so he's shown his face. So you have that entire storyline, and then you have the only person that I don't feel like was really, 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 really well developed was Masuka. I feel like he likes to go out to clubs and stuff, but we haven't really gotten into his personal life as of yet.
Right.
Because everyone else really got a well-rounded backstory, and so I'm interested to see where he ends up as far as his story goes.
Right. Yeah, I'm the same way. I agree. I feel like they all got like their, I don't know, like 5 minutes of fame or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
But
they weren't just side characters. They were well-rounded, well-developed characters. I mean, yes, they were side characters because in theory Dexter is the main character. I mean, the show is called Dexter, but there is not one point in time where, I mean, there's always multiple storylines happening. It's never just about Dexter. It's always about Dexter and,
Right. Yeah.
So
I mean, I feel
like
all of
the
them.
writers were
There was a part where Dokes is such a jerk, but then, apparently that he was being investigated because there was a killing, and apparently Batista had said that he thought he heard Stokes' gun go off before the other guy's gun. And so they were looking at like a dirty cop issue, whether Dokes did something, you know what I mean? So
right. And then, I mean, that kind of, for me, I was at work at the time that I watched that episode, and so I don't recall the resolution. I know that uh, LaGuardia, she kind of like made it go away, but I don't feel like I recall exactly what happened. I feel like, I guess the guy was used to be a bad guy or whatever, so that's why like he recognized him. I'm not really sure exactly like kind of what happened, because that storyline kind of started and died in the same episode.
Right. But
But
that guy was a something about in Haiti. There were
right,
like people that were like killing kids and family, like making, you know, men do bad things and to their families, and I guess it was horrible. And
right.
Stokes had recognized him, and so I think he just outright killed him because he wanted to, but then acted like he did it in self-defense. Well, Angel was feeling guilty because he's like, no, man, I heard that gun go off before the other guy's gun. You know,
I
he said,
didn't even see the gun. I didn't see the gun that guy was supposedly carrying, and I only heard one shot. I don't recall hearing a second gun firing. I mean, that could have, like I said, been because I was at work and I don't really have the time to dedicate to watching 12 episodes of Dexter specifically only at home. So I'm typically always doing something else. So
right,
it could be that I wasn't really paying attention. But
right.
I don't remember hearing the second shot. Do you?
I don't remember, but I think I just took for granted that there, I mean, according to Angel, there was a second shot, but he says that it was Stokes's gun that he heard first. So I don't know. And there was a gun laying by the guy's hand on the ground.
Oh, I missed that. I must have missed that. Maybe I should be paying more attention. I started to try to rewatch. This is how obsessed with it I got. I started to try and rewatch it last night while I was at work. So I'm at work for 8 hours. I was at work from 10:30 to 6:30 this morning. So I tried to start rewatching it yesterday, and I got through the first episode, and I was like, okay, this is not happening. But I feel like if I had watched it, if I was able to rewatch it, I might have picked up on things that I didn't pick up on the first time, which brings me to the question that I've been dying to ask you. Is there anything you picked up this time around watching that you didn't previously?
I think I did pay more attention to the details, like
Because you were like kind of like it, you see, like it's for me, anytime I rewatch something, you can see the writing and it's all of its excellence as the show
right.
is progressing. So you catch things the second time around that you didn't the first time around. Is there anything that stood out to you as, oh my gosh, I see it now?
I think that there were more like subtle hints about Rudy and who he really was
Mm-hmm.
earlier on than I
You didn't pick up
originally
on?
noticed. Than when I originally picked up on it.
Okay.
I do feel like that.
I would love to rewatch the first season again, because I feel like at first, when we're first kind of introduced to the concept of the ice truck killer, kind of playing with him, I feel like he's kind of focusing on Dexter's childhood after he's been taken away. So I feel like I would like to go rewatch that and see if anything kind of pops out at me the second time.
Right. I don't know. I'm not really sure. There was just so much stuff that had happened. Like I feel like season one, I feel the same way with all of the others. Is that it's like they're all gonna be jam-packed full of suspense and, like,
Right.
turns. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, the parts where they have I thought it was really cool where the ice truck killer or, Dexter's brother, now we know, um, had used, like, not only did he just break into Dexter's apartment and put these Barbie dolls in the freezer, but he went through Dexter's photo album, like family photo albums, and found, you know, photos from when Dexter was a kid and, like, not reenacted, but, like, he had taken an arm or a hand and a foot and placed them in certain places. Like, one was on the beach in front of the palm trees, and Dexter recognized
Right.
that place from when he was a kid. And so he went home and looked at his photo albums and was like, "Yep, there it is." And it was in the exact same place. And then the same thing happened with the foot. So he
Yes.
knew, as he explained it, that the ice truck killer was trying to get to know Dexter.
Right. And I think that I don't, because at the very first episode when we find the very first body, it was said that there were 5 other victims, or that was three other victims. So they officially had um, a serial killer on their hands.
Right.
So I'm interested to know, like, obviously we know what happened to the blood of those previous victims, but I'm interested to, or I was interested to see, like, what became of those people. I mean, obviously we know, but, like, I don't know.
I don't know, but you want to know what? Oh, goodness. That's bad talking. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm gonna mute your mic for a minute, Abigail, and see if that helps.
Okay.
Let me know if you still hear it popping, 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 popping. Um, but what I was gonna say really quickly was that um, just type in the chat, Abigail, if you hear it popping still. Okay, poopy. Okay. Funny how it just comes and goes, right? Nikki, my sister, says, "Are we live? I've been cooking and I'm so confused." Yes, it's
What are
still
you
live.
cooking, Mickey? Can I have some? I'm hungry. I'm inviting myself over.
Mhm. What was I saying? I was getting ready to say something.
I had just finished saying that I was interested to see, kind of, like, obviously we know what happened to the victims, but I'm
Oh,
interested.
I was going to say that I thought it was really strange how, because Dexter goes out in the middle of the ocean, way, way away from land, and dumps these bodies, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, when he gets the call back to the RV, that woman's body is laying on the table and his face just turns white like a ghost. Like, oh my God. So he knew that whoever the serial killer, the ice truck killer was, knew where Dexter had dropped that body, and he went and got that body and brought it back and laid it on that table.
Which, I have a question. Do serial killers just not sleep?
Right? I know.
Like, I mean, I know that's a common theme in, like, Criminal Minds. Like, they always talk about the unsub being, like, almost energized, almost given, like, a high off of the fact that they are killing. Like, it's almost like this is their morning coffee. So, but like, what do you not sleep?
I know. And I'm like, I can't understand why it's like they have like one, when do they sleep? Two,
Mhm.
is that all you do besides I mean, his day is completely full between
Yes.
hunting people and checking up on them, his job, Rita and kids,
Deb,
you know, Deb. Deb is like hours in the day.
there's literally no time left for sleeping.
I know. I don't know. Maybe they don't need as much sleep as normal people do.
I think that serial killers are just genuinely energized by murder. I don't know.
Oh, that's so funny. Right. It's like they're supercharged. I don't know. Do you have any final thoughts?
I don't. I mean, I have plenty of final thoughts, but nothing that I haven't already said. I'm genuinely glad that we did this. First of all, I'm excited that we ended up like going ahead with this. Like this was kind of like an idea that it just like there was no evolving. It just was we're watching Dexter, we're having Murderous Mondays. There was just like no, it was A to Z really quickly. So
Right.
I'm really glad that we did this. I had a lot of fun today. And I'm excited for next Monday, and I'm excited to watch all of the Dexter that goes on.
Right. Me too.
So
I'm excited
I'm
about it. Now
excited.
I'm ready to get to season 2. So that is my plan is to start watching that tonight because I did get kind of like backlogged on it, and I had to like get 100% caught up last night. So, but I guess I'll end it here, and thanks everybody for joining us and chatting about it. So we'll be sure and we'll be back. Oh, my sister, she said she made meatloaf and roasted broccoli and carrots. Yum.
Delicious.
She says she sure don't want to be
Nobody's complaining coffee.
coffee, but I'd share a whole pot with Dexter.
I love that. So
Um,
after this is our first Murderous Mondays, and we're gonna alternate channels. So if I'm not mistaken, this Murderous Monday this next one will be on my channel. Is that correct?
yep, next Monday.
Okay, so
I will let
I
you
will.
decide the time. I'll let you decide the time since your schedule changes so often.
Okay, yeah. So I'll take a look at my schedule as soon as I can and pick a time. Ideally, it will be around the same time, unless something crazy happens. But so I'm excited for next Murderous Monday. I'm excited to hop into Dexter season 2 literally after we're done with this. And I'm really happy. We're not sure about the time yet, Kaya. My schedule changes all the time. Like I could end up working on a Monday, so we'll have to kind of negotiate my schedule or negotiate with my schedule and like see what we can make work. Because if I wind up being at work on a Monday, obviously that's not going to work. But I could try and leave. There's always a possibility to leave early. There's always like I always have some type of wiggle room in my work schedule. So
Right. I'm glad. That's good though. That's really cool
yeah.
that you
So
have that.
this is not, if I work on a Monday, it's not the end of Murderous Mondays. It's
Mhm.
just a change of time for Murderous Monday.
Right.
So it will be fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine. You're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine except I have drank a whole cup of coffee and I gotta go pee pee. So too much information, but that's okay.
We watched Dexter. There's no such thing as too much information now.
Yeah, I know. I mean, here we're talking about murdery stuff, and then I'm like embarrassed about saying that I have to go wee wee.
Yeah, I know. It's like, but also we're moms, so it's like not like it's not a thing for us. We don't.
Yeah.
It's not. Don't worry about it.
All right.
So-
Well, thanks for joining me, Abigail. And
Thanks for having me.
we'll catch y'all up and get everything like Dexter 2 season or episode or season 2 watch this week. We'll be back next Monday on Abigail's channel. She'll update you with the time. Make
We'll
sure
let you know for sure on both of our Whippin' Chats. I'm sure we'll let you know. And we both are going live this week, so we'll definitely let you know if we haven't by our Whippin' Chats.
right.
So
Yeah. Regular diamond
so
painting
make sure
live
you stay up to date.
will be on Thursday night as usual. So, but make sure to give the video a thumbs up.
Yes,
Thanks
definitely
for
give a thumbs up.
and hanging out with us. And if you have any questions or comments or any Dexter good stuff you want to share, you can drop it in the comment section. So, but that's it for today, and we'll see you again next week. Bye, guys.
Yay. Bye.